There are a lot of people there. If you have a phone, if you turn it off, please. If you have anything in your hand, you just put it away. We're going back to when you were 8 years old. Especially in Niall de Búrca, I love telling stories. That's what I do. It's my job. I'm a privileged person because I get invited to stand in front of audiences, many of them young audiences, for 45 minutes or 90 minutes, and I tell stories. What's a storyteller? Everybody's a storyteller. Yeah. If you read the newspaper, the journalist is a storyteller. The movie maker is a storyteller. The actor tells stories in your presence. But what I do is, I just do a role style. I do it like the story you heard of your uncle, the really crazy old uncle. Do you remember you used to sit snuggled up with your hand? Or it was just an interesting meal. It was just holding attention. That's what I do. I mainline straight into kids' imagination and I take it to another place. It's the most simple thing in the world. And in the most simple things are the greatest opportunities. So that's what we do. Yesterday I was in Belgium, on Tuesday I was in the Netherlands, and next week we'll be in Poland. What I do is, I use Gordana, the two languages, or two official languages, but I throw in a couple of fala. A lot of young fellas look at me and they go, "Who's your man in a flurry shirt?" I was in a neighbourhood telling stories to 15-year-olds a couple of years ago, and there's a 15-year-old looking at me as only a 15-year-old can. I called for questions at the end. He put the hand up. I said, "Yes, mister, does your wife know what you do?" That was the only ever other question that ever really rolled me was, "Mister, yes, what hair conditioner do you use?" So come here, we've only a few minutes. Let's have a bit of fun, shall we? You're a kid again. Gachtina Lekela, everyone together. Let me see you like this. Oh yeah! Irish style. Irish smile. I'm going to tell you a story that works on so many levels. I want you to ask me questions at the end. And please ask me before I leave today in case I forget. You know when you're excited and you're talking and you forget the things you should have said? Say to me, "Neil, what are the 3 things, if you had a magic wand, you'd do for our country today that would make it really, really good, in your opinion? Will you do that for me at the end?" Okay, now you're 8. This helps build English language. It also builds listening skills. It builds cohesion within a classroom and within a community. It's a very old folk tale. It's just done Irish style. Fado, fado. Long, long ago, there lived a teenager. His name was Jack. Gach in a log, vishinali. Every day he was asleep in his bed till 2:30, just like this. Everyone together. Come on, kids. Every day his mommy, she knocked at the Jackie, Jack, it's time to get out of bed. Go and get a job. I'm not doing nothing. One day mommy put on the look. You know the look you sometimes have to give? Out of that bed right now. Jack knew he had to go and get a job. So he jumped out of the bed. Come on, gang. Woo! Put on your shirt. Put on your trousers. You forgot to take off your pajamas. Off with your clothes. What did you do at the conference today? I took off my clothes. Everyone off with the pajamas. On with the clothes. Oh no, you know what I just did? I threw my pajamas out the window. On with your beanie, come on. On with your hoodie. On with your Paco Rabanne. Everyone, arm and load. Reload. Put on your shoes, come on. Put on your stockies. Oh no, what did I just do? What did I just do? It don't matter, it's the fashion. Come on, gang, what is it? It's the fashion. Agus cúrsa amach ag glóg Ibra ar fud cunnin ag Oliver, and you're looking for work all over Galway, just like a teenager. Are you ready to work like a teen? Sophie!
Come on, the lad here. Come on. So funny. First Uber, he got work off a farmer in a place called Uachtarard. What's it called? Agus Daiblis an Cruer fan lay, which is West Coast Irish for he worked real hard all day. At the end of the day, the farmer would say, "Ma far Jack, Daiblis an Cruer you worked real good. I'm going to pay you arrogate." What did he pay him, kids? Because Jack never got out of bed before. He didn't know when you get paid arrogate, where do you put it? You put it in your polka. Do you know where he stuck it? He stuck it up his nose. He stuck it up his shrone. And if he's going home and it fell out, Hail she Agus nu a could say, while you're doing mama, "Hey Jack, did you get a job?" "I did, mammy." "Did you get paid?" "I did, mammy." "What did he pay you?" "Arrogate." "Come on, arrogate. Where's the money?" "I stuck it up my nose, mammy." You stuck it up your nose. Tomorrow you don't stick it in your nose. You put it in the polka. "Okay, mama." The next day he went away. Come on, kids. He went away, he worked all day and got his pay. Farmer to Jack he did say, "Today I'm not going to pay you arrogate. Today I'm going to pay you banya." What's banya? Mighty. Are you kids learning Irish? You're cool. Do you know what he did with the banya? He poured it down his pocket. He went home like a Dublin nightclubber on Copperface Jack's. Ah! Come on, the lad here. Ah! Now the king said, "Well, yeah, did mama." When he went home, mommy said, "Jack, did you get paid?" "I did." "Did you get money?" "No, I got banya." "Where'd you put the banya?" "I poured it down my pocket." "Tomorrow, carry it home in a cruise skin on your cown." "Okay, mama." Come on, gang, let's go. The next day, he worked all day and got his pay. Farmer to Jack he did say, "Today, I'm not going to pay you arrogate. I'm not going to pay you. Today, I'm going to pay you im." What's im or im? Butter. Do you know what he did with the butter? He put it up in his head. Lo bra a viaun. It was a beautiful day, and you know what happened to the butter? Melted into his gruiga. Let me hear you again. Into his lenya. Into his underwear. He went home like Michael Flatley. Ah! Agus nu the cook said, "Well, yeah, did mama. Hey Jack, did you get your pay?" "I don't feel so good." "What did he pay you?" "He paid me im." "Where did you put the im?" "I put it where you told me to put it. I put my pay on my head." "Where is it now?" "In me shirt and me underpants." You crazy kid. Tomorrow, carry it home in the lova. Are you ready? The next day he went away, worked all day and got his pay. Farmer to Jack he did say, come on gang, see if you can remember it all. I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to pay you. What do you think he paid him? What do you think he paid him? Meow. Thank you, a cat. After lunch. Do you know what he did with the cat? He went home with the cat, carrying the cat in his hands. Agus nu bhí sé go bhaile when he was going home. Cat saw mouse coming out of a house. When cat sees mouse, what does it do? Yoo-hoo! Let me hear you, gang. Yoo-hoo! It ran away. And when he went home, his mama did say, Jackie, what did you get? Did you get him? No, I got a pussycat. Where is it? I carried it home in my hands, but saw a mouse and it ran away. You crazy kid, tomorrow, what you must do is put a pussycat's lead on your pay and bring it home like this. Torrent up, pussycat, torrent up, pussycat. Okay, mama. Come on, gang, let's go. The next day he went away, worked all day and got his pay. Farmer to Jackie did say, today.
Not going to pay you, Iris. Not going to pay you, Brian. Not going to pay you, Kim. Not going to pay you.
What do you think he paid him? What do you think he paid him? Have a guess. A mudra, man, far, caught speaking Irish, or quick, mahut. Anything else? Come on, have a go. You might need it for your Christmas dinner. Turkey. What's the Irish for turkey? It's really difficult. Turkey. Give that Colleen a big clap. Are you from Cork?
I am.
There's always a Cork person from Cork. I'll have a go. Up Cork. Give the rebels a clap. Yeah! Yeah! Do you know what he did with the cooked turkey from Super Value? Come on, Amelia, Super Value. He tried the pussycat, lead round it and dragged it up the street like this. Torrent shot, pussycat, torrent shot. Agnura Visha got to chase on board when he's going up the road. The dogs of the city. Hunnick Sheed down Turkey. And when they saw the turkey, do you know what they said? Man, I'm hungry. I want to have some dinner, yeah. Shit on turkey. Let me hear you again. Shit on turkey. It was gone like there's not a quick shot while you told Mama, Jackie, where's your pay? I can only see bones. Mommy, it was a turkey, and I did what you told me. I pulled it up the road like that. You crazy kid. Tomorrow will you carry your pay, sauce and a golden up on your shoulders? Okay, Mama. And the last time, are you ready? Give it socks. Come on, gang. The next day he went away, worked all day and got his pay. Farmer to Jackie did say, I'm not going to pay you. 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 Turkey. What do you think he paid him? No, not Madra. Give this kid a clap for his enthusiasm. Yeah! Give me double fires, motherfucker. He says, I'm going to pay you ossel. Anybody know what an ossel is? Do you know where he put the donkey? Agus cúg sé bhaile mar seo. Agus nuair a bhí sé go bhaile. Let me hear you for the fun. Go bhaile. Nuair a bhí sé ag dul bhaile. He passed the castle of the King of Dublin. And looking out the window was the band Prince of Gangoila, the princess who never laughed. She sat there every day watching her life pass by, just like this. Snapchat, status update, I'm bored. This, I'm bored of me. With a cruising Jack, when she saw Jack going home with the donkey on his shoulders, shouting for help, you know what the young lady did? Hasig ag goire marsha. She started to cry. She started to laugh, just like this. Come out and look at this fella. I'm telling you, he's a fine thing. He's mighty. When the king heard his daughter laughing, do you know what he said to his men? Lads, take him mock. Go out there and bring the young fella in to fill up the donkey. I want to speak to him. Now, the Hornig Jack, agus an Toslis Jack, do you know what the king said? Jack, come here. If you go up and talk to my daughter and she likes it and she marries you, I'll give you a site with full planning permission out there in Roundstone. You're thinking, am I seriously listening to this? And you know what Jack said? What do you think he said? He went like this. Oh yeah, she's gorgeous. And he looked at his daughter and he says, come here, you. Attract her. Do you think you might marry Jack? And she said, after I go to university and then travel the world and live with the girls for 2 years in Sydney until the visa runs out in my 20s. Go down the Mekong Delta in an inflatable tube. Go to Antarctica to McMurdo for a job for 6 months. I'll come home and consider it. Because I'm an independent thinking woman. Come here, you fine thing, you. Do you fancy a dance? And you know what? I heard there was mighty dancing that night. Sure, the mother came as well. And the donkey was in the middle of it. A right disgrace. But when they got married, teacher, I can tell you, but I can't tell these kids. Excuse me? You're under 12? Please put your fingers in your ears. Thank you. I'm serious. Fingers in your ears. Come on, you're under 12. Teacher, I can tell you, perhaps you have the choice. You might tell them later. Perhaps, teacher, you might tell them later. Get the fingers in, Mrs. His lips went like a gorilla in the mist when they got married. The minister said it was multi-dominational. You may now kiss the bride. His lips went like this. You were listening! She was get them pinkies right in. And when he kissed her, you know what it sounded like? When they kissed, it sounded just like this. You were listening? Were you kids listening? You little rascals. And I heard they're living happily ever after. No. That's that Danish stuff, Hans Christian Andersen. I do it our style, Irish style. Let me hear it, Irish style. We give it a go, we throw it around. They lived happily ever, except when they're driving on the M50. It was really horrible. Doesn't that sound better? I heard they sold the site for a fortune to a Gombe from Goatstown. They moved into a little chateau semi-D in Galway City. They were living beside a fellow called Michael D. I heard he got busy and went to Dublin. And I hope that you're never too busy, that you can sit down and enjoy a tale. Now come here. You can see what's going on there, can't you? Time is short, we've much to do. I'm going to give you 2 other examples of different styles of story, but you can see what I'm doing there, can't you? I'm celebrating dialect, haven't I? Did you see the way my dialect was changing? See, I was just throwing it around. How's it going? Our dialects are wonderful. Our kids' dialects are magnificent. I love them. I'm sitting in County Loud, and they're coming, how yeah? Now be. It's glorious, the richness of the language of Cavan, of Cork. I'll be up in Knocknaheeny, up with the Norries in Knocknaheeny. They're fantastic. In Blackpool and Cork, I was there a couple of weeks ago. In Mayo, just a minute, how's it going? Up in Belfast, how's it going, I see ya. Our Derry words so soft, you should hear the Derry accents. If a man walked in here with a Derry accent, around with just wonderful accents our country has. And then I celebrate the other accents like that. How's it going? Because storytelling is all about throwing things up in the air. It's about celebrating language. It's about building listening skills. But actually, at the back of it all, it's just about being together, isn't it? And that's why it exists, folks. That's why it's been the first art form ever. Traditional storytelling. Yes, there's movie making. It's wonderful. I love the movies. Do you? There's books, glorious books, and we have such a tradition. There's all these different forms of storytelling. But at the heart of it all is the hearth. And you know what that is? It's that place at home where we all feel safe and happy, and as the mad uncle or aunt comes in and tells the yarn, or mammy just sits down, she talks about the day, or dad talks about that car journey. It's just the communion of the imagination. There's a great Irish educator and writer. His name was Brian McMahon. He was from the Kingdom. Brian McMahon, have you ever heard of him? He wrote an autobiography about his career called The Master. My mother sent it to me when I was an immigrant. I lived in New Zealand for many years. And Mammy used to send me out things. She sent me out Brian McMahon, The Master. And he said there are 3 great needs in the human imagination, and they're represented in the form of a stool. You know the traditional stool with the 3 legs? And the first leg is the need for food and nourishment of the body. The other one is nourishment of the spirit. And then there's the third one, the nourishment of the imagination. And it manifests itself in the call of youngsters, will you tell me ya? So it's as simple as that. And you're all ninja storytellers. People say to me, Neil, I'm not telling stories like that. Wow, you're leaping all over. I said, that's my style. The best storyteller I ever saw is the person who's sitting down telling stories. Ninja. Let me hear you, gang. Ninja. Do you see, you like saying that, didn't you? Ninja. And children love language. Do you remember I started throwing little things out to you? And you know the hang-ups we have with Gaeilge here? Sure, it's another language. Throw it out, own it, throw it up in the air. I was in Belgium yesterday, I started telling a horror story. And there's all these little Belgians going, Actually, there were teenage Belgians that were going, I shouldn't be like this, but anyway. Okay, there's 5 different degrees, the 5 degrees of storytelling as given by the Druids of old in the hills of Connemara. The 5 ages, I call them. There's the storytelling for elders. It's a particular discipline. You have to be, you know your voice and projecting it. Elders have different needs in terms of their hearing. Also in terms of your body language. You can see I'm quite physical, can't you? Can you imagine if you're stuck with me and you're at the very front and you're quite elderly and I'm bleeping around in front of you? I learned as a very young storyteller there was 2 very elderly people on wheelchairs whispering to each other. So I did the dramatic pause and I leaned forward to hear what they were saying. You know what they were saying? He's mad, he's mad. Someone take us away. So there's the subtleties of the body language. And then there's stories that you would tell to open the doors that they start telling stories back to you because I'm there to learn. Do you get it? Instead of saying, tell me about when you were young. What if I tell a story about the Dublin on a sunny summer's? Well, I walk in saying that and someone goes, I loved that song when I was working in Dublin back in '52. It's just about the communion. So there's the storytelling for elders. There's the storytelling for grownies. I call you grownies in the trade. There's a young fellow up there, stories for young adults, teenagers. I love them. They're the best audience. I'm sorry, but they are. If they get what you're doing, they go, yeah. And if you suck, they go, you suck. It's true. It's really true. The next audience, oh, so wonderful. Kids, you know, isn't it very funny, you know, when you see the 12-year-olds in 6th class? I'm still growing up because I'm going to 1st year next year. I don't need to be here. And you're doing a show for 4th, 5th, and 6th, just the way it might break down. So there's the kids, 4th, 5th, and 6th, they're in that part of childhood, which is so wondrous. But you know the way the pressures are piling on the 12-year-olds? You know that pressure to grow up, eh? To be being marketed to and socialized in a certain way. But we're ninjas for good, for the imagination, for the hearth. So what you do is you pop in a cool one, but then you just bring them back to a little simple one. Something real simple. And you watch their little eyes like that. But it's not just bringing them away to another place. It's about facilitating them feeling good about themselves. You can see I'm enjoying myself, can't you? Why would I be here otherwise? And that, remember I talked about the 15-year-old? Half the reason they have me there in front of that 15-year-old and all the others is so that he can see a man who's just comfortable in his own skin. Did you get it? Yeah. So it's in the simple things that actually are the